Hello everyone, welcome to Chemistry Classroom. Today we are going to discuss modern periodic law and the long form of periodic table. The 18th and 19th centuries witnessed rapid development of chemistry in all directions. During this period, several new elements were discovered. These elements were found to have numerous properties. It was realized that instead of studying the properties of all these elements individually, it would be more convenient to divide them into a few groups or families such that each group contains a number of elements with similar properties. The first important attempt to divide elements on the basis of their physical and chemical properties was made by Mendeleev, a Russian chemist, who observed that when elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic weights, elements with similar properties appear at regular intervals. In 1869, he stated a law known as periodic law, which states that the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic weights. Atomic weights. Henry Moseley, a brilliant young British physicist, in the year 1913 discovered a new property of elements called atomic number, which provided a better basis for the periodic arrangement of the elements. As is well known, atomic number of an element is equal to the number of protons present in the nucleus, or the number of electrons present outside the nucleus of the atom of the element. The periodic law was therefore modified. The modern periodic law may thus be stated as the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. Modern periodic table is based on modern periodic law. In modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic numbers. The modern periodic law states that the properties of the elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. Modern periodic table contains 18 vertical columns known as groups and 7 horizontal rows known as periods. Elements in a group have same number of valence electrons. A table in which elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic number in the manner that the elements with similar properties fall in the same vertical column is known as periodic table. The periodic table is providing a useful framework to classify, systemize, and compare all of the many different forms of chemical behavior. The current standard table contains 118 elements to date. The modern periodic table is also known as the long form of the periodic table or the extended form of the periodic table. In modern periodic table, the periodic table is made up of rows and rows of elements and columns. An element is identified by its chemical symbol. The number above the symbol is the atomic number, and the number below the symbol is the rounded atomic weight of the element. A row is called a period and a column is called a group. The elements which fall in the same column and resemble one another in their properties are said to belong to the same group or family of the elements. Thus, elements belonging to one particular group or family resemble one another quite closely, but differ from the elements belonging to the other groups quite appreciably. There are 18 vertical columns in the periodic table. Elements have similar chemical properties due to their similarities in the number of electrons in their outer shells. It is composed of two categories of elements, Group A elements and Group B elements. Group A elements means representative elements and group B elements are transition metals. In history, several sets of group names have been used. The alkali metals sodium, potassium, etc. are placed in group 1 or 1A, and the alkaline earth metals calcium, barium, etc. are placed in 2 or 2A, which are at the extreme left of the periodic table. Group 1 is composed of hydrogen and the alkali metals. Elements of the group have one s electron in the outer electron shell. Hydrogen is not considered to be an alkali metal as it is rarely exhibits behavior comparable to theirs, though it is more analogous to them than any other group. This makes the group somewhat exceptional. The alkali metals are so called because reaction with water forms alkalis, that is, strong bases capable of neutralizing acids. The name alkaline earth metals comes from the fact that the oxides of these metals produced basic solutions when dissolved in water, and they remained solids at the temperatures available to the ancient alchemists. Group 3A is known as aluminum group or boron family. Group 4A or 14th group is carbon family. Group 5A or 15th group is nitrogen family. Oxygen family is group 6A or 16, and the oxygen family is also known as chalcogens. Group 7A is halogens. Halogens are placed in group 17 or 7A, just ahead of the noble gas elements. Noble gases or inert gases or zero group elements are placed in the 18 or 8A, which is at the extreme right of the periodic table. Transition elements such as copper, iron, etc. are placed in the 3 to 12 groups which occur at the middle of the periodic table. The inner transition elements, that is lanthanides and actinides, are placed in two separate series at the bottom of the main body of the periodic table. Periods or series. There are 7 periods or horizontal rows in the periodic table. The first period is made up of only two elements, namely hydrogen and the noble gas helium. The properties of hydrogen are somewhat similar to those of alkali metals and is also similar to those of halogens in some respects. However, it is more reasonable, though not entirely logical, to place it in group 1. Helium is a typical noble gas and belongs clearly to group 0. The second period consists of 8 elements. It starts with lithium, an alkali metal of group 1. The other elements placed in succeeding groups are beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and lastly neon, a noble gas. Thus, this period also ends with a noble gas placed in group 0. The third period, which begins with sodium, also contains 8 elements. These are sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and the noble gas argon. The fourth period begins again with an alkali metal potassium. We have to pass now 17 other elements before we come across a noble gas krypton. This period therefore consists of 18 elements from potassium to the noble gas krypton. Out of the 18 elements belonging to the 14th fourth group, 8 elements, namely potassium, calcium, gallium, germanium, arsenic, selenium, bromine, and krypton, are said to be Normal or representative elements as they resemble elements of the first two periods under which they are placed. The remaining 10 elements from scandium to zinc are called transition elements. Transition elements differ from the normal elements in several aspects, that is, in showing variable valency, forming colored ions, and being paramagnetic. The fourth period is said to be the first long period. The fifth period, like the fourth period, also consists of 18 elements. It begins with rubidium and ends with xenon, which again is a noble gas. Of the 18 elements, 8 are normal elements and the remaining 10 are transition elements. The sixth period is also a long period. It consists of 32 elements. They include 8 normal elements, 10 transition elements, 4 and 14 rare earth elements. The rare earth elements begin with cerium, continue up to lutetium. They are so called because they occur very rarely. The rare earths are so similar to one another and also to lanthanum that they are called collectively as lanthanides. If these elements are placed horizontally in the same group, there will be undue expansion of the table. To avoid this, they are placed as a separate series below the periodic table as shown in this picture. The seventh period also consists of 32 elements. They include 8 normal elements, 10 transition elements, and 14 actinide elements. All the elements of period 7 are radioactive elements. Lanthanides and actinides are collectively known as inner transition elements. Elements in the modern periodic table can be grouped into three broad classes based on their general properties. Three classes of elements are metals, nonmetals, and metalloids. Across a period, the properties of elements become less metallic and more non-metallic. Elements into blocks. The elements in the periodic table are divided into four blocks known as S, P, D, and F blocks. The classification depends upon the type of the subshell S, P, D, and F into which the last electron of the element enters. Block elements. The elements in which the last electron enters the s subshell, s orbital, ns of the valence shell are called s-block elements. Then general configuration is ns1 or 2. This block is situated on the extreme left in the periodic table and comprises of two groups. It is so named as their last electron is received by S subshell of the valence shell. Thus, the elements of 1a and 2a as well as helium of group 0 belong to S-block elements. All S-block elements are normal elements. P-block elements. The elements in which the last electron enters the p orbital of their outermost shell are called p-block elements. Their general configuration is ns2 np1 to 6. The p-block is situated on the right in the periodic table and comprises of 6 groups. All p-block elements are normal or representative elements. For these elements, the last electron is received by p subshell of the valency shell. For writing the electronic configuration of these elements, Ns and N-1 d subshell are fully filled while NP subshell is progressively filled. Here N is the number of the valency shell. There are some important characteristics of p-block elements. They include both metals and nonmetals. They have quite high ionization energies and the values tend to increase as we move from left to right. They form mostly covalent compounds. As we move from left to right, there is a gradation from reducing to oxidation properties. The most important characteristic of p-block element is diagonal relationship. Elements of second period are known as bridge elements. They resemble in certain properties with the elements of third period diagonally placed. Thus, lithium has similarities with magnesium, beryllium resembles aluminum, and so on. What is the cause of diagonal relationship? As we move from left to right across a period, the electronegativity of elements increases. As we move down a group, the electronegativity of elements decreases. On moving diagonally, the two opposing tendencies almost cancel each other and their electronegativity value remains almost same. Hence, diagonal pairs, that is, lithium magnesium, beryllium aluminum, boron silicon, etc., show similar properties. Next is d-block elements, the elements in which the last electron enters the d orbital of the penultimate shell are called d elements. D-block elements, their general configuration is n-1 d1 to 10 ns1 to 2. This block is situated in the middle of the periodic table and comprises of 10 groups. The elements in the D block receive the last electron in the n-1 d subshell. All these elements are called transition elements. The fourth block in the periodic table is F block elements, the elements in which the last electron enters the f orbital of antipenultimate shell are called F block elements. Their general electronic configuration is n-2 F1 to 14 n-1 d0 or 1 ns2. This block is situated in two rows below the periodic table and comprises of two groups. First group includes 4f elements as the last electron enters the 4f subshell. The second group includes 5f electrons, 5f elements atomic number 90 onwards as the first electron is received by 5f subshell. That's all about modern periodic table. Hope you all understand the topic. Thank you all for watching this video.